Welcome, new students. In this slideshow, you will learn more about the Excel Center, specifically our Excel Center here in Noblesville. This picture was taken at a recent graduation. The graduates are in green and our staff members are the ones in black. So welcome to a bit of an orientation, kind of a different orientation than usual. And we just want to say thank you for having the courage to pursue your education. So today we're going to do a little bit of introductions. We'll get an overview of how our school works. You may have already completed online registration, but there may be some assessments that you need to do so that we can place you into the correct classes. And then some next steps just about how school works here at the Excel Center. So these are all things that require courage. Doing the difficult right thing rather than something that's easy but it's wrong. Changing a habit. Saying no to an emotional impulse. Overcoming adversity. Apologizing to someone who you have hurt. Even more courage to forgive someone who has hurt you. Having an important but also a difficult conversation. Holding someone accountable. And on the other side, being held accountable. Admitting when you are wrong. And also enrolling at the Excel Center. So once again, congratulations for having the courage to join us here. So these are some of our staff members. So there at the top left, you see Dr. Dillon, Mr. Steve Dillon. He is our director and our greatest cheerleader. Then you see Amy. She is our lead life coach. And about half of you, she will be your coach. And I'll talk more about what a coach is in a bit. And then you have Wes, who is our lead teacher and teaches English, and Lou, who most of you have spoken with on the phone, and she is our first face who greets you and makes everyone feel so welcome. And then in the bottom row here, we have Ellie. Ellie is our college and career readiness specialist, and Ellie helps you prepare for what is next after high school. And she's also teaching a digital skills class most recently, and so helping people get the technology skills that they need. And then we have Erica, and she and Amy again are our life coaches. And then Audrey. Audrey is pretty new on our staff. We're glad to have her. Audrey is our special education instructor. If you previously attended a school and received special education services, but she also is going to be teaching a science class. And so sometimes we jump in and do other things. But again, it isn't just these pictures. You will usually see these people always smiling. And then in the bottom corner is Rizan. Rizan is our instructional interventionist, so teacher's aide, kind of a tutor and helper. He is an Arabic speaker, and he graduated from an Excel Center in Indianapolis a few years ago, has since went on to get his bachelor's degree in biology. And again, we are very fortunate to have all these folks on our team here to help serve you well as students. Next, we have Tet. They are one of our English instructors, and also offer a dual credit English class that you can earn college credit, high school and college credit. Next, we have Kaylee, and Kaylee is married to a Spaniard, and so she is fluent in Spanish, and she teaches some of our lowest level of English classes. And then Carolyn, who, by the way, is the person talking to you right now. I was a math teacher for decades, and now I am one of 2 teachers in charge of supporting our multilingual learners. So that could mean I'm teaching a class. It could mean that I give people individual instruction. It could mean that I have to do certain testing and just help identify how we can best help you. And then our newest staff member is beside me, Basima Alshar, and Basima is a new math instructor. She also graduated from the Excel Center and is also an Arabic speaker. She graduated, I think it was 2017, from an Excel Center in Indianapolis, and just recently joined our staff. Again, we're very fortunate to have such a great staff. On our bottom row here, this is Stevani, and she is also one of our fabulous math instructors. And next to Stevani is Octavia, and Octavia has that role as a multilingual learner support teacher, and so she sometimes teaches health, but she might also be in your science class or your English class, assisting the teacher and helping make sure that you have the supports you need. If you have children, we have free childcare, and the last 2 lovely ladies are our childcare workers. Leslie is our Young Learners Childcare Center Director, and April is the childcare attendant. So it really is more than childcare. These 2 ladies do a great job. It's like your kids are in preschool while you are in class. So your kids can be here and safe and also learning. So that's our staff. And hopefully you might have a chance to meet some of them before you even start your regular classes. So some things about the Excel Center. A couple things we are not. We are not a GED program. We are not just a language program. So if your only goal is to learn English, this may not be the right place for you. That is one of the things you will learn here. But we are interested in getting our students a Core 40 high school diploma, the same diploma that they would receive at Fishers High School or Noblesville High School, any of the public schools. Our classes are accelerated. So in 1 8 weeks, you could earn 2 high school English credits, or in 1 8 weeks, an entire semester of math that usually takes 16 weeks or 18 weeks in public school. We have in-person instruction with only a few classes offered online, primarily in-person instruction. We're not an online school. We have flexible scheduling to a certain extent. Our classes are offered during the day, but you are not required to attend the entire day. Another thing that we offer is free college classes and certification classes to help you in the workforce. We have free on-site childcare for while you're in your classes. You will be assigned a life coach. Remember Amy and Erica. We do what we can with transportation assistance, whether that's helping you with the bus, helping you do some carpooling with another student who lives near you. And If there are other barriers that you have, we do our best to locate resources to help remove those barriers so you can focus on school. So the school expectations. We are a very diverse school, although I've not seen anyone with a green hand like the one that I see in the picture. But we are a very diverse school. As a school of only about 200 people, I think last year there were 28 different languages, multiple religions, sexual orientation, just all sorts of things, right? And so everyone is here to learn, and that's what we focus on, not on our differences. And so the expectations, of course, are that we are respectful. Of course, you need to be here. That's the most important thing, is to be here. It's difficult for teachers and coaches to help you if you're not here. Do your best and work hard when you are here. Again, being respectful of the diversity and accepting of others. And as far as a dress code, nothing that would be illegal, but we don't have, a specific dress code. But please refrain from anything that would be offensive or illegal on a t-shirt or things like that. And your cell phones, unlike other public schools, which now have some no cell phone policies, because we are a school for adults, you can have your cell phone, but there will be times that teachers ask you to put it aside so that we have your full attention, and that's just part of being respectful to the teacher. Of course, we ask you to obey the law. If you are choosing to do things that are against the law, please do not bring that circumstance into school. No tobacco products on school grounds. If you are a smoker, there are some pine trees that are just barely off school grounds, but preferably if you could just wait until you leave school, that would be fantastic. So oftentimes people want to know, how long will it take? How long until I can get my diploma? What do I need to graduate? Well, you need, because it is called the Indiana Core 40, there are 40 specific credits that you need. Those include 8 English credits, specific math credits, 2 Algebra 1, 2 Algebra 2, 2 geometry. There's history, there's science. Your coach can go over more of that with you. If you have a transcript, we can take a look at that and have it evaluated. And so if you were at another Indiana high school, most of your credits will transfer. If you have a foreign transcript, sometimes there are things that transfer very easily, and other times maybe your math classes simply say mathematics, and so the state of Indiana doesn't like to recognize that as the specific courses that we offer. And then sometimes it may be best if you earned your math credits, some of them a decade ago, it may be best to back up and do some review to get ready for our accelerated high school level classes. So you have those 40 specific credits. Again, I can talk to you more about that. You can ask your coach more about that. And then one or more of the following. So you either do 3 dual credit college courses. You don't have to pay for those. Those are paid for through the school. We have an agreement with Ivy Tech, so you don't have to pay for that. Taught by our Excel Center teachers. And you have the opportunity to take more than 3. That's why it says a minimum of 3. They are called dual credit because they count as your high school credits and college credits. If you don't think you want to go on to college, you know you want to get a certification. So the Department of Workforce Development has various certifications that they have approved, things like pharmacy tech or technician, that is, nursing assistant. So there are different certifications. Veterinary assistant, working with animals, is a more recent one. Or you might want to join the military. If you want to go that route, then your Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery test, you have to have a score of 31 or higher, and then at least one of those dual credit courses along with that. So there are 3 main pathways. And then you will file for a free application for federal student aid so that you have that out of the way should you choose to go to college after leaving us. And you take a class called Senior Seminar, which is a capstone course and includes a project, and that is your class with Ellie, where she helps you get ready for what's next in your life. So the Excel Center model, which by the way now has spread across the U.S., it started here in Indiana. Now there are Excel Centers, 47 of them across the United States. And so we are happy to have been pioneers in this area. The Excel Center model includes a free high-quality high school diploma for adults. So it is of no cost to the student. We add to that life coach support, access to free post-secondary credentials. So in other words, those dual credits that you can earn college credits while you're with us, and support college credits or your certification. And then that there is support available to you after graduation to help you find employment, help you figure out exactly what is best and what is next for you. So our general school calendar, there are 5 terms each year. Each term is 8 weeks long, and oftentimes there is 1 week in between terms, and that's when we bring new students in for orientation. Teachers have training, and we prepare for that next term. We don't have a long summer. Students generally have 5 weeks off in the summer, and teachers have 3 weeks off. Because we know as busy adults, once you start this journey, you would like to finish and not have a long summer. Classes are offered Monday through Thursday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There are 4 class periods per day, and courses are taught through direct instruction. So you have a teacher. We have a few classes that we use a teacher at another site, but you have a live teacher. In general, we would say that students should plan for Monday through Friday, but if your work is all finished and you don't have any makeup work and you're not struggling, then you don't need to come on Friday. Friday can be optional. Teachers are available Monday through Friday. But if you come to your classes and you do what is necessary Monday through Thursday, then Friday can be used as a day off. If you come to your classes Monday through Thursday, but you have questions on Friday, or you just aren't sure about some things and you want extra practice or extra help, you can come then. We call it Flex Friday, and when you come on Friday, it doesn't have to be your normal class hours. It needs to be what will work for you and the teacher. And so the teacher may request that you come or invite you to come, or you may request that you feel like you need to come on Friday. And again, that might be because you had to miss a day, or there's just some content that you feel you need some extra help. And that's what we use Fridays for. So I've mentioned a little bit of this as I introduced the staff, but we offer some support services in addition to the great instruction that you will receive from our teachers. We have a special education services coordinator. That was Audrey. And if you have had in the past an individual education plan or a 504, then we can continue to provide you the support that you received in your previous school, or find other ways to support you. If you don't know what those things mean, then you probably have not had those, and you may not need that support. Our second area of support services, multilingual learner support, that's Carolyn and Octavia. And this is for our students that English is not your first language. We used to say bilingual students, but many of our students know multiple other languages, and they are just learning more English. So whether you are a beginner on that journey, or your English is pretty good, but you know it could improve, we will provide you support to help you in your English, but also help you in your other content area classes, in your science class, your health class, your math class. So we will help make those subjects accessible for you and help you to be successful, and that will also help you to develop your English more rapidly. Also support is we call it YLCC, the Young Learners Child Care Center. From babies that are 6 weeks old or older, we have free child care. So typically if you have a school-age child, they're at school. So this is primarily 6 weeks to about 6 years. If there are breaks from school, there are times that we do have things for older children, or your older children can sit in your classes with you, and teachers understand that situation. But we do have free childcare. Again, Leslie and April are wonderful, and will take wonderful care of your children. And they're right here just down the hall. And then every student is paired with a life coach. And I'm going to tell you a little more about what a life coach is. So, a life coach has several very important roles. They track your credits and they schedule your classes. So in that way, they're like an academic advisor on a college campus. They also monitor your attendance and your academic progress. So they make sure that you're showing up and that you're passing your classes, like a guidance counselor. They also coordinate barrier removal to help you be successful in school. So perhaps you're having some food insecurity, then they can put you in touch with our small food bank in our school, but also with Gleaners or with other resources. If you have transportation issues, they will help you with the bus. Whatever it is you need, we don't provide everything, but they coordinate to help you find what you need so that you can focus on being successful and being in school. They also help develop your plan for after graduation. Like, do you want to go to college? Are you doing a certification? Where could you apply for a job? And they work with you to develop your employability skills. So those two things about the plan after and the employability skills are also things that our college and career readiness specialist, Ellie, will also help you with. And then our life coaches also provide information about community resources. That could be legal services, that might be the library, that might be a food bank, a clothing bank, all sorts of things. So they will keep you in the loop about things that might be helpful to you. So I mentioned college credits, and I've also mentioned certifications. So these are some of the certifications, job certifications. And again, these things typically would cost $800 to $1,500. But the Excel Center pays for this. It would be something you would do when you are near graduation. So one of those certifications is pharmacy technician. Another one is IT fundamentals, so technology. This is a computer-related certification. Certified nursing assistant, also known as CNA. Certified clinical medical assistant. This one is more working in a doctor's office. Medical coding and billing. A veterinarian assistant working with animals. And medical interpreting. So if you speak an additional language besides English, you have to prove your English is at a certain level, but you can also, you could be helping people, who speak Spanish or Arabic or Farsi by becoming a medical interpreter, and so that is in high demand. And then horticulture is one of the newer ones. So horticulture is about growing plants. And while one of the graduation pathways is earning 3 dual credits, it's really 9 dual credits because it's 3 classes, and each class is 3 credits. Here at Noblesville, we also offer what is called the Indiana College Core, and it is the first full year of college. So up to 33 college credits, and you could earn those before you even graduate from the Excel Center. So it will be a full year of college, absolutely free. So depending if you went to Ivy Tech or Ball State or Indiana University, this would save you somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. It transfers to other state colleges, all the public colleges, and some private colleges within Indiana. And it helps meet their general education requirements. And so you can see on the wheel the different classes. If you want to take a closer look at that, you can pause this video so that you can look at it in a little more detail. If you have more questions about that, you can let me know, or your coach, or Ellie, our college career readiness person. And then in addition to those ones that count for the college and career, for the Indiana Common Core, that first year. We also sometimes offer business law, introduction to microcomputers, and career exploration, which you will earn that 1 credit class when you take senior seminar. But those are not considered part of the freshman requirements. Business law might help if you were going into a business-related field. It may be one of your classes that you would need for your college degree, but it is not considered part of the college core. If you want to scan this QR code, it will take you to a student website. You've probably already found the Excel Center website in general, but this one has more specific information for Noblesville, including staff names, phone numbers, emails for staff. Also, I would just recommend that as your teachers reach out to you, that you begin saving their contact information. If they send you a text, save that information so that you can easily reach out to them if you need it. So you're welcome to pause this, scan that, and take a look. Maybe bookmark it or keep that tab in your phone. And so now there'll be a writing thing. It's all about me. So that's just something that we do. And then we will have a variety of testing. Some of you have already done different kind of testing. Some of you have different testing to do because of English not being your first language. Please just know that all of the testing and your writing sample is just so we can get to know you and know how to best serve you and what courses are best for you. There is no right or wrong answer on the writing prompt. There is no failing score on the assessments. It is really just so we know where you should begin. Thank you so much for your attention, and please feel free to ask a staff member if you have questions. And once again, welcome to the Excel Center.